Hello everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep and welcome to this next session on DILR. I am your teacher today, Saral Nashir, and I'll be talking about arrangement based sets that have appeared in CAT before. That's our topic for today. Hi, good afternoon, Harshad. Very good afternoon. Once again, good afternoon to all of you. So I'm assuming that I'm audible to everyone. I'm visible as well. Just confirm once. Is there any operational issue? If everything is okay, we shall start with our class after a few more seconds. So what do we do in this class? Exactly the same way the way we have been doing it before. There would be some sets that I'm going to discuss from the actual CAT exam that I'll be doing in this class. Okay. And before I start, of course, there is something for you to know. I'm sure you know about this series already. We already have 4 sessions on this. Every day we upload a video of just 2-3 minutes at around 8 p.m. in the evening. So, but you can watch it any of the time. So, but till now we have uploaded 4 videos. The fifth one would be there today. And we are planning to have it at least for consecutive 60-70 days. And what am I going to do in this series? Though probably many of you would be knowing about it, I'm just discussing an aptitude way of doing questions. An aptitude way is where you don't use any formulas, any equations, you don't take any variables, and then you start doing questions. That's what I'm discussing. So just watch these videos. I mean, we already have 4 of them. That's around 10-12 minutes of videos. So just watch them. I'm pretty sure they're going to be very useful for you, right? And till now, whatever questions we have discussed, they all are from CAT 2022 slot 2 only. That means in one single slot, you can see at least 5-6 questions to be done in an aptitude way. So do watch these videos as well. You can find them on the YT channel of BYJU'S exam prep where you are right now. Just go to videos tab and you will find it there. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think we can start with our session now. As I said, there would be 2 sets today from actual CAT exam. One is from the recent ones, one is from the older ones. These are based upon arrangement. So what kind of questions have appeared in CAT? We'll be discussing that, and I'll be discussing the solution after some time once I give you some time to do it by yourself. Okay. So let's start without any further delay. So here is the first set for all of you. This is the recent one that appeared, I think, in CAT 2020 or 2019. I mean, it's from the recent CATs. So please read it once. After that, I'll move ahead. एक बार पढ़ लीजिए आप सब लोग इसको. I'm assuming you have read it now. A supermarket has to place 12 items which are coded as A to L in shelves numbered 1 to 16. So there are 16 shelves and 12 items are to be placed there. The items are coded as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. 5 of these items are types of biscuits, 3 are type of candies, and the rest are types of savories. Only one item can be kept in a shelf. Items are to be placed such that all items of same type are clustered together with no empty shelf between items of the same type. So basically all 5 biscuits would be put together, all 3 candies would be put together, and all 4 savories would be putting together, and there would be no empty shelf between the 5 biscuits or between the 3 candies or between the 4 savories. He says that after that, uh, items are to be placed such that all items of same type are clustered. Okay, we have done that. No empty shelf between the same type, and at least one empty shelf between 2 different type of items. So basically, whenever I'm going to put those 5 biscuits, those 5 will be together. but there would be at least one empty shelf between those 5 biscuits and between those 3 candies. उनके बीच में कम से कम एक shelf empty होना चाहिए. At most, 2 empty shelves can have consecutive numbers, so not more than 2 can be empty shelves which are consecutive. This is also told to us. The following additional facts are known. अब उसके बाद उसने कुछ और information दी है. I am assuming कि ये आप सबको समझ में आ गई है. Please keep telling me through the chat box. जहां पर भी आपको कभी कुछ लगता है that something which is not understood or any specific point where you have a doubt, please do let me know through the chat box. I would be happy to answer that. So I am sure that till now you have made a picture in your mind. There are 5 biscuits, 3 candies, 4 savories. 5 biscuits put together, 3 candies put together, 4 savories put together. Between them, there would be at least one empty shelf, और दो से ज्यादा consecutive empty shelves नहीं हो सकते. That also that he has told us. Okay. What is more information now? A and B are to be placed in consecutive numbered shelves. I and J are to be placed in consecutive numbered shelves. D, E, F are savories and are to be placed in consecutive. K is to be placed. L and J are. So we have a lot of information according to which we have to put them now in these shelves. So what I have done, I have put all this information on one single page in a slightly smaller font. And now I would be making these over here. So let me just write the shelves here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. ठीक है. सो बाद में जाके मुझे लग रहा है मुझे थोड़ा सा कम स्पेस देना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा लिखना. सो इट्स 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So these are the shelves in which these items are to be put. They are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. These are the 16 shelves, right? जिसमें हम लोगों को 12 items को रखना है. Okay, guys. Now A and B are to be placed. अब उसके बाद बाकी चीजें उसने बताई है. First of all, we have 5 biscuits, we have 3 candies, and we have 4 savories. This also has been already told to us. ये भी सब बता दिया उसने. A and B are to be placed in consecutively numbered shelves in increasing order, right? So I'm just writing it here that A and B are to be put together and in increasing order. That means, of course, B will come after A and they are to be put in consecutive shelves. I and J are to be placed in consecutive number shelves, both higher numbered than shelves A and B. So after A and B, I'll be having I and J, but this time he did not say that J has to be in a higher shelf than I, right? They both are to be kept in higher numbered shelves than A and B. That means they both would come after A and B, but which would come first, which would come second, that we don't know. They are to be put together. ये पक्का है. So A and B both are either biscuits or both are candies or both are savories. I and J, they both are biscuits or both are candies or both are savories. That we do not know which one is what. Currently अभी तक हम लोगों को नहीं पता. D, E, F are savories and are to be placed in consecutive number shelves in increasing order after all biscuits and all candies. So D, E and F, they are to be kept in consecutive number shelves in increasing order. So first D would come, then E would come, then F would come, and they are going to come after all biscuits and candies. So savories has to come at the end, right? उनको आना है बिल्कुल एंड में. And D, E, F are the 3 savories. Now can't I straight away put them at 13, 14, 15 or 14, 15, 16 or 12, 13, 14? No, I first of all I do not know about the 4th savory yet. Moreover, who knows, 16th might be empty, 16th cell, 15th shelf also might be empty. So there is a possibility of happening of that. So currently we can't say that where can we put them. So I'm leaving it as it is. आगे बढ़ जाते हैं. K is to be placed in shelf number 16. Oh, so now once we get to know that K is to be placed in shelf number 16, K must be a savory now, because savories are put after biscuits and candies. So K must be the savory because it is at the end. और तो कुछ हो नहीं सकता फिर वो. And if K is a savory, the other 3 savories are D, E, F, and all savories are to be put together. D, E, F are to be put in increasing order. So one thing is for sure, that D, E and F are at 13th, 14th and 15th positions for sure. राइट? ये पक्का 13, 14, 15 पोजीशन पे है। एंड 12th मस्ट बी एम्प्टी बिकॉज ही हैज ऑलरेडी टोल्ड अस कि जब भी हमारे पास कोई डिफरेंट टाइप आएगी तो उनके बीच में देयर हैज टू बी एटलीस्ट वन एम्प्टी शेल्फ. So if D, E, F and K are put at 13, 14, 15 and 16, there has to be at least one empty shelf between them and the type before them, which can be biscuits, which can be candies. Currently हम लोगों को उसके बारे में ये नहीं पता है. So 12 is definitely empty. 11 also might be empty. उसके बारे में अभी हम लोग कह नहीं सकते 11 empty है या नहीं. That we don't know yet. Okay, let's move on. L and J are the items of the same type while H is an item of a different type. So L and J are also an item of the same type. Okay. So what type is L and J? देखिए AB is one type, IJ is one type, LJ is also one type. Now if IJ is one type, L and J are also of the same type. So can I say L, I and J, they all are of the same type, though I do not know about L, whether it would come after I and J or before I and J, but I, J and L, they all are of the same type and H is not of that type. H किसी और टाइप का है, वो अभी हम लोगों को नहीं पता कि H किस टाइप का है. We will talk about that later. उसके बारे में देखें. ठीक है. Next. C is a candy and is to be placed in a shelf preceded by two empty shelves. Now C is a candy, right? It is to be placed by which is preceded by two empty. C से पहले two empty shelves भी आएंगे. Now one of the candies is C. What can be the other two candies? Can they be I, J, L? Of course not. ये तो पक्का नहीं है ना. I, J and L, they all are of the same type, so they cannot be the three candies because one of the candies is C. So I, J and L, they all must be the biscuits. And when he said L and J are of the same type, H is a different type. Now H is a different type from L and J, so H also must be a candy. H भी एक candy हो गया. Now A and B together, अगर वो दोनों साथ हैं तो वो दोनों candy नहीं हो सकते. There is only one more candy left now. So A and B are also the biscuits. So the only one item left, which is G, that must be the candy now. Right? अब हमें ये तो पता लग गया what are biscuits, what are candies and what are savories. उन सब लोगों के बारे में हम लोगों को आइडिया हो गया. मैं एक बार फिर रिपीट कर देता हूं. C is a candy. The other two candies cannot be anything out of IJL because IJL are three things, they are of the same type. They cannot be candy. So they must be biscuits. From statement 5, L and J are of the same type. H is a different type. So H is not a biscuit. H cannot be a savory. So H must be a candy then. Now H is a candy. C is a candy. There is one more candy. And that candy cannot be anyone out of A or B because A and B, they both are of the same type. So they both must be the biscuits. And therefore G must be the third candy. So I have A, B, I, J, L. They are the 5 biscuits. G, H and C are the 3 candies. D, E, F, K are the 4 savories. Right? He also says C is preceded by 2 empty shelves. तो C के पहले 2 empty shelves आएंगे. अभी नहीं पता हम लोगों को कहां पर आने वाला है. L is to be placed in a shelf preceded by exactly 1 empty shelf. L से पहले एक empty shelf आएगा. That also is there. Okay. So C is preceded by 2 empty shelves. Harshad, that means that before C, you will be having 2 empty shelves. That means there would not be anything on those 2 shelves where C is put. C से पहले वाले जो 2 होंगे. ठीक है. So where would that be? अभी उसके लिए 2 possibilities आएंगी. What 2 possibilities? Because currently we do not know. First we have biscuits or first we have candies. Accordingly, there would be 2 cases that I am making. First case, let us say first we have biscuits. अगर पहले बिस्किट्स हैं तो शुरुआत तो L से होगी because before L I should be having an empty shelf. तो L बाद में कैसे आ सकता है? All biscuits must be together. So before L there must be an empty shelf over here. ये empty shelf है. अब L के बाद क्या आएंगे? A, B, I, J. A and B must be in the same order, but I and J can be in any order. So I can be here, J can be there, or J can be there, I can be here. After that, I have the 3 candies G, H and C. But among the 3 candies, before C, I should be having 2 empty shelves. So C should be here such that there are 2 empty shelves. And after that, I have G and H. Once again, I do not know in what order G and H would appear. Once again, there is an empty shelf. And after that, I have D, E, F and K. This is one possibility. I hope you got my point, Harshad. The second possibility. अभी आई अज्यूम दैट इनिशियली ऑल बिस्किट्स आर देयर, इनिशियली ऑल कैंडीज ऑल्सो कैन बी देयर। अगर कैंडीज हुई तो सी से शुरुआत होगी और पहली दोनों तो खाली जाएंगे, दैट ही हैज ऑलरेडी मेंशन। सी के बाद आई वुड हैव ईदर जी एंड एच और एच एंड जी, इनमें से कोई आ जाएंगे। देन आई हैव एन एम्प्टी स्पेस एंड देन एल वुड कम, एल से पहले एक एम्प्टी स्पेस आना है। once again I have A and B, and after that I or J or I, and once again an empty shelf, and then I have D, E, F and K. So these are the two possibilities that exist for us. Is there anyone who is having a doubt? Please do let me know. अगर आपको कोई डाउट महसूस इसमें हो रहा है तो इट्स एन एक्चुअल कैट सेट, वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस फॉर श्योर, अच्छी तरीके से समझ में आना चाहिए। एंड प्रोबेबली बाय लुकिंग एट दिस यू विल गेट एन आइडिया कि यार ये तो आसान क्वेश्चन है, इतने मुश्किल नहीं है। इनिशियली जितने मुश्किल लगते हैं, दीज आर नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट। आई एम श्योर दैट फीलिंग वुड ऑल्सो कम टू यू, है ना? ये आपको भी लग रहा होगा कि इतना मुश्किल नहीं है जितना पहले देख के शायद लग रहा था। Yes, everyone. Should I assume that this is clear to everyone? There are two cases that we have formed over here, right? D, E, F, K are fixed, but we do not know initially we have biscuits, after that we have candies, or initially we have candies and after that we have biscuits. So accordingly, I have made two cases. Pehle biscuits, दो spaces, candies, or candies, one space, biscuits, and these are the two possibilities that can be formed. Okay? ठीक है जी। Payal says got it, so thank you Payal, thank you Harshad and everyone. I'm sure that this is clear. तो चलिए अब क्वेश्चन शुरू करते हैं इस पे करना। I've already made this table for all of you. So in how many different ways can the items be arranged on the shelves? कितने तरीके हैं? So in case 1 we have C and G that can be arranged in two ways. We have I and J that can be arranged in two ways. So ultimately 4 ways are there, and similarly 4 ways are there for case 2 as well. So ultimately the total number of ways in which this can be done is 8. CG GH उसके लिए दो, सॉरी CG और GC उसके दो केस बनेंगे, IG JI उनके दो केस बनेंगे। सो अल्टीमेटली 4 केसेस हो गए, 2 into 2, 4 cases in case 1 and 4 cases in case 2. So the answer for this question is 8. Second, which of the following items is not a type of biscuit? Among the biscuits I have L, A, B, I, J. अगर ये बिस्किट्स है तो कौन बिस्किट इनमें से नहीं है? G. G is a candy, so my answer is option A, that G is a candy. Third, which of the following can represent the number of empty shelves in a possible arrangement? तो जो empty shelves क्या हो सकते हैं? They can be 1, 2, 6 and 12. That is a possibility, और वही दे रखा है तो सीधा सीधा सी आंसर है। In case 1, I see 1, 2, 6 and 12 are empty shelves. So that itself is the correct answer. And lastly, we have fourth, which of the following statements is necessarily true? There are two empty shelves between the biscuits and candies. No, between biscuits and candies, we do not have two empty shelves here. So this is wrong. All biscuits are kept before candies. No, in the first case, I have all biscuits after the candies. Wrong. There are at least 4 shelves between B and C. Let's check. Between B and C, अगर यहां देखता हूं मैं तो कम से कम 1, 2, 3, 4 एम्प्टी शेल्फ्स आते हैं, और यहां देखा हूं तो कम से कम 1, 2, 3, 4 यहां भी आ रहे हैं। सो यस, ऑप्शन सी इज द करेक्ट आंसर। देयर आर एट लीस्ट 4 एम्प्टी शेल्फ्स बिटवीन देम, सो द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन सी। I'm sure it is understood to everyone. That was one set from LRDI, as I said, from the recent ones. I think at 2020 or 19. So from one of these 2 years, we have this particular set. Okay. I hope it is clearly understood. So I'll move ahead now to the next one, question number 5 to 8. Please read it completely. After that, we shall start doing this as well. This again is a CAT question now. Okay. So once you read it, after that, we shall start doing it. Please read it first. एक बार पढ़ लीजिए, फिर इसके बारे में बात करते हैं। Which year PYQs are we solving? Payal, not any specific previous year question. These are actually based upon all arrangement based questions. So first one was a set from the recent CATs 19 or 20. Now this one is, I think, from the previous ones, from CAT 2003 or 4. But yes, pretty relevant. These kind of sets can still appear in exams. Okay, I am assuming all of you have read it now. पढ़ लिया है आप सब लोगों ने. Let's start doing it now on the next page. ठीक है? तो चलिए करना शुरू करते हैं. I've written all these things on the next page. I have made that rectangular table as he has told us. So what did he say? अगर मैं previous page पे जाता हूं तो, a leading socialite decided to organize a dinner and invited a few of her friends. Only the host and the hostess were sitting at the opposite ends of a rectangular table with three persons along each side. Right? It is clearly given only the host and the hostess were sitting at the opposite ends of a rectangular table with three persons along each side. तो इसका मतलब इन दोनों जगह पे host और hostess बैठेंगे, and here we have three people over here and we have three people over here. Okay, so two places, host and hostess, three people on the other two sides. After that, some informations are given to us. Makbul is opposite Shobha, who's not the hostess. Ratan has a woman on his right, is sitting opposite a woman, and there are other informations about it. Okay, sometimes it is time consuming in preparing cases in time bound. Sometimes it is, Harshad, that's there is no doubt about it. Even we are doing it. Let me be very straight about it, very honest. So after doing a set, of course, it looks easy. But when you look at it for the very first time during exam time, it's generally difficult. But ultimately, what works for you is that confidence that you can do it, right? This is where many of us actually lack. Otherwise, we all are at the same level. My logical ability would be same as that of yours or of any other student, but the point is, I probably would be more confident because I have done so many sets. I would be feeling, oh, I would be able to do it. कोई बात नहीं, एक बार गलत भी होगा तो I'll try it again, right? There is a possibility after 5-6 minutes I get to know, oh, I read it wrong. It is completely wrong. And then a student at my place would be completely sweating. Oh God, I have wasted so much of time trying doing this. Should I try this again? Should I try doing some other sets? I don't know how many people have done how many questions by now. I'm still lagging behind. And this is where confidence works for you. So please do a lot of practice, and I'm sure these things are going to help for you a lot. Okay, so here I have to put host and hostess. So now about host and hostess, it's completely dependent upon you whether you want to put the host on the left hand side, hostess on the right, or hostess on the left or host on the right, because it's dependent upon your angle of viewing, right? If you are viewing it from this angle, probably you can have host on the left. अगर आप सामने से देख रहे होंगे तो आपको होस्ट राइट में दिखाई देगा. So first आप उस पर कहीं भी रख सकते हो. The first person can be put anywhere. Okay. So I am assuming, let us say the host is here and let us say the hostess is here. So hostess means a female. Female के लिए generally use a minus sign and host is a male. I am generally using a positive sign. इसमें कोई मतलब मत निकालना please plus minus में. These are just two symbols. You can use plus for a female, minus for a male. That's completely up to you. Basically two different symbols are to be used. So I'm just using this symbol for a very long time. So I am more comfortable with these symbols. Okay. कुछ लोग इसमें फेमिनिज्म का एंगल ले आते हैं. मैंने देखा है कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को सेंटी हो जाते हैं, तो इसलिए पहले ही बता देता हूं. I've been doing it since I'm in my younger days like this only, so therefore I'm using these symbols. You can use any one of it. चलिए जी, अब इसमें और क्या बताता है वो आप लोगों को. मकबूल is sitting Shobha, who is not the hostess. Ratan has a woman on his right and sitting opposite a woman, और बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. Now the problem is I do not know where is who sitting. Where from I start, right? So what is the hint for this question? Either find out about the host or find out about the hostess first. इनमें से कोई एक पता लगा लो, things would become easy for you, right? So how can we find out about a host or a hostess? Just look at all the information once. Spend a minute and see किसके बारे में ज्यादा बात हो रही है. Makbul is opposite Shobha, who is not the hostess. Ratan has a woman on his right and is sitting opposite a woman. Monisha is sitting to the hostess's right, next to Dhirubai. One person is seated between Madhuri and Urmila, who is not the hostess. The men were these, while the women were these. The hostess has been talked about thrice. The host has not been talked about once. Right? तो पहले वहां जाइए जिसके बारे में ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन दे रखी है. हर्षद, दैट इज करेक्ट. सबसे पहले मैं वहां जाना चाहिए जिसकी एक्यूरेट इंफॉर्मेशन हो. बट वी डू नॉट हैव एनी एक्यूरेट इंफॉर्मेशन. द ओनली एक्यूरेट इंफॉर्मेशन दैट वी हैव इज होस्ट एंड होस्टेस आर सिटिंग एट दीज टू पोजीशंस. सो लेट्स फिगर आउट फर्स्ट कि कौन होस्टेस हो सकती है, कौन होस्ट हो सकता है. तो यहां क्या लिखा है? मकबूल इज ऑपोजिट शोभा, सो हु इज नॉट द होस्टेस? सो शोभा इज नॉट द होस्टेस. Ratan has a woman on his right and sitting opposite a woman. Monisha is sitting to the hostess's right. If Monisha is sitting to the hostess's right, so Monisha is not the hostess. One person is seated between Madhuri and Urmila, who is not the hostess. If one person is seated between Madhuri and Urmila, who is not the hostess, matlab Urmila also is not the hostess, then who is the hostess? The only possibility now for us is the possible hostess is Madhuri only. So let's write Madhuri over here, that Madhuri is the hostess. Okay, Madhuri is the hostess. And once this is there, अब उसके बाद हमारा काम होता चला जाएगा. कैसे? यहां आइए. One person is seated between Madhuri and Urmila, who is not the hostess. अभी ये काम का नहीं है. Monisha is sitting to the hostess's right. This is important. Monisha is sitting to the hostess's right. So if hostess is here, her right is here. So Monisha is sitting to the hostess's right. So Monisha is over here. Monisha is sitting to the hostess's right. What next? Monisha is sitting to the hostess's right next to Dhirubai. So Monisha is next to Dhirubai as well. So Dhirubai would be here and Dhirubai is a male, right? Dhirubai is here and Dhirubai is a male. What next? Makbul is opposite Shobha, who is not the hostess. Now Makbul is opposite Shobha. Where can be Makbul? Can Makbul be here? No. Because I can't have three people together. It is clearly written that the prerequisite is that each person must be seated such that at least on one side it has a person of opposite sex. If I have Makbul over here, on one side of him we have Dhirubai, on other side is the host. तो दोनों तरफ males हो गए ना. You do not have a person of opposite sex. So Makbul cannot be there. And Makbul is sitting opposite Shobha. Can Makbul be here? No. Can Makbul be here? No. So therefore Makbul has to be here such that he is opposite Shobha. So Shobha is definitely here. Okay. I have Madhuri, Monisha and Shobha, Makbul, Dhirubai. Now who is the other lady left? Urmila. Urmila cannot be here. Otherwise Madhuri would be again between two females. Question ने clearly बोला है. हर आदमी के दोनों साइड पे जो है एक कम से कम ऑपोजिट सेक्स का आदमी होना चाहिए. सो आई कांट हैव उर्मिला ओवर हियर. सो उर्मिला मस्ट बी हियर नाउ. उर्मिला मस्ट बी हियर. टू मेल्स आर लेफ्ट. उसके बारे में ढूंढ लेते हैं. मकबूल इज सिटिंग ऑपोजिट शोभा, इज नॉट द होस्टेस. यूज्ड इट. रतन हैज अ वुमन ऑन हिज राइट एंड इज सिटिंग ऑपोजिट अ वुमन. होस्ट कैन नॉट बी रतन क्योंकि उसके राइट पे तो मकबूल है. टू द होस्टेस राइट वी हैव मकबूल. सो रतन मस्ट बी हियर such that to his right we have a woman Madhuri and he is also sitting opposite a woman who is Monisha. Okay? So the only person left over here is Jackie, who must be the host. Now everything is sorted. So now we have which person is sitting at which place, and this question became easy because of one single information, that was we started with the hostess. These are the things that we actually have to learn from these sets. ऐसा नहीं है दोबारा कभी रिपीट हो जाएगा सेट, लेकिन हाँ इस तरह का सेट आ सकता है. प्लस the other things that we learn from these is that how do we start, how do we take out informations from informations, how do we conclude things. वो सारी चीजें हम लोगों के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. therefore we do these things. इसीलिए हम लोग ये सेशंस लेके आते हैं so that we can practice them and we can learn ways of doing these questions. Okay, once the table is formed, immediately we can answer the questions. I am assuming that this is clear to everyone. Please tell me if you have any kind of doubt. दो आई एम अज्यूमिंग कि यहां आपको सबको समझ आ गई है ये बातें. तो मैं आगे बढ़ जाता हूं. ये मैंने टेबल पहले से बना ली है. लेट्स स्टार्ट आस्किंग आंसरिंग क्वेश्चंस. द 8th person present, that is Jackie, must be the host. Yes, that is correct. Seated to Shobha's right? Yes, he is to the Shobha's right. Seated opposite Urmila? No. So 1 and 2 are correct. My answer is option C. Statement 1 and 2 are correct. Jackie is the host and he is seated to the right of Shobha. Both the statements are correct here. Okay. Next question. Which of the following persons is definitely not seated next to a person of the same sex? Definitely not seated to a person of the same sex. Makbul. Is he seated to a person of the same sex? He have a male on one side, female on other side. No. Madhuri. Madhuri has female on one side, male on other side. No. Jackie. Jackie has female on one side, male on other side. No. Shobha is the person who has a male on either of the sides. So she does not have a person of the same sex on either of the sides. So therefore my answer for this question is option D, that is Shobha. शोभा के दोनों तरफ में से कहीं पर भी सेम सेक्स का पर्सन नहीं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. If Ratan would have exchanged seats with the person 4 places to his left, Ratan ke 4 places to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if Ratan interchanged his position with Shobha, this is what the question says, then which of the following would be true after exchange? No one was seated between two persons of opposite sex. No one is seated between two persons of opposite sex. Let's see. देखिए अगर रतन यहां आ जाता है और शोभा यहां आ जाती है, is there any person who is seated between two persons of opposite sex? All males are together now, all females are together, and definitely I do not see any person seated between two people of opposite sex. That's correct. So therefore statement 1 is correct. Statement 1 तो correct हो गई. Second पे आइए. One side of the table consisted entirely of the persons of the same sex. No, there is no side which has all the people of same sex. I have male, male, female. I have male, female, female. So this is wrong. अगर first correct है, second नहीं, my answer has to be option A. Third को check करने की जरूरत है ही नहीं. वैसे भी third में कह रहा है either the host or the hostess is changed. No, that's not correct. शोभा और रतन में से कोई भी host या hostess नहीं था. So the right answer for this question is option A, that one only is correct. I am assuming that this is understood to all, right? All three questions are clear. These are the three questions based upon this data set. And the eighth one, oh, one more is there. If each person is placed directly opposite her spouse, which of the following pairs must be married? सब अपने spouse के opposite हैं. That means Makbul and Shobha are married. Urmila and Dhiru are married. Ratan and Monisha are married. Jackie and Madhuri are married. So question is कि इनमें से कौन सा पेयर आर रतन एंड मोनिशा? यस, रतन एंड मोनिशा आर मैरिड. सो स्ट्रेट अवे दैट इज आवर आंसर. रतन एंड मोनिशा आर मैरिड. सो ऑप्शन ए इज द राइट आंसर फॉर अस. Okay, and that was the last question of the day, guys. I hope you liked the session. Now there is an important information for all. We are having this ACE CAT exam with BYJU'S exam prep, and we are starting with I would say a free trial for all of you. A wonderful opportunity where you can get a free trial, a free access to the BYJU'S exam prep CAT app for a complete 3 days. So you can check out what all things do we provide to all our students, what kind of sessions are there, what material is there. So just take advantage of this beautiful, I would say, offer, right? And then you can decide on later whether you want to join us or not. If you do, of course, you can be among these beautiful people that we have on the screen, right? Beauty lies in their result, of course, because these are the people who have scored 99.95, 75, 70, 63 and 4, and there are many more people who are from our classroom program who have scored this well. You can join us for our comprehensive program if you want to be in a list of those people where we provide you all these things which are written on this screen along with the GDPI VAT preparation, and therefore we call it a comprehensive program. Also, you can get up to 90% scholarship with our CAT preparation programs if you appear for the scholarship test on the BYJU'S exam prep app on 25th of June at 11 a.m. Do register for it now. Also, tomorrow, that is on 20th of June, I am taking a workshop once again on the BYJU'S exam prep app, where I'll be talking about the ticket to your dream B school. So we'll be having an interactive session where you can ask about your queries regarding CAT, and I'll be sharing the strategy to crack CAT exam tomorrow at 7 p.m. Do join me in that wonderful session. We are already running this series for a very long time. I'm sure you all know about this. along with the other series that I talked about, right? So 500 most expected questions. Do watch that series. We have been running this for a very long time. It has got wonderful results. We can also be found on all these media handles. You can join us there on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and Android. And that's all from my side for today, guys. Thank you very much. I'm sure you liked this session. So that's all from my side. Thank you. Have a good day now.